Hi, everybody. Today we're talking about Chapter 10, Advertising, the Power of Persuasion. This is the first part of the lecture, and it has been prepared by our former students, Matt and Melina, who took this class before you. So, what is advertising? The goal of advertising is to persuade the public about a product or a service, and it's often aiming at selling goods, but also political views, political candidates, ideas, behavior changes. So, in other words, advertising is always paid media. Advertising agencies were created in the 19th century. Volney B. Palmer opened the first one in the US in 1841. They bought large amounts of space in newspapers at discounted rates and resold ad spaces in newspapers for higher rates with the product that they advertised, with the ads that they created. They designed those ads and collected circulation data for clients and reported on that data, charged a service fee for all of that. Today, advertising is a $583 billion industry worldwide. The TV contributes to 37% of it all. Internet ads exceed the combined total of newspapers, magazines, and radio spendings. So the types of jobs in advertising are account managers, the people who work with clients directly, build relationships. Also strategists study media trends, best places to advertise, creative personnel who write, illustrate, design, record, or shoot those ads. And advertising happens to be the fastest growing field in media. Types of advertising are newspaper, flyers, magazines, logos, word of mouth, billboards, of course. New media locations can be through email, social media. There are influencers who can advertise products, web banners, website pop ups, and other things. Commercial television became popular in 1957. Viewers saw 420 commercials totaling 5 hours and 8 minutes every week. In 1950, ABC extended station breaks from 30 to 40 seconds to increase their profits, and they created the strategy of piggybacking, which is running messages from two related products from one company in the same station break. So Tony Schwartz used political persuasion in 1964 to create one of the most powerful political ads in modern advertising. How do ads affect us? How do they affect us? What we do, what we use, what we buy? The United States is one of three countries where medicine can be advertised through mass media directly to its customers. You've seen ask your doctor. Ask your doctor about this or that. But as you know, drugs are monitored by the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. There is actually an increased dependency. There is correlation between sales and advertising. So it does work, definitely. From 1908 to 1977, advertising drugs on television or on media was illegal, but in 97, the Supreme Court case Bates versus State Bar of Arizona legalized this type of advertising. So another term in advertising is branding. When a company becomes so famous that its logo becomes a brand, like Starbucks. So if you've seen the movie Idiocracy, they make fun of Starbucks by turning it into a Pornhub, basically a hand job joint, and they talk about the gentleman's latte. So basically, branding is the process of creating clearly identifiable patterns to distinguish a logo, a product, or a trademark. The idea of branding is to burn something into our minds and make it unforgettable. Examples are catchy logos or slogans. We can also have cookies, not the Halloween cookies, but actual, computer cookies. Cookies are small text files loaded into a computer that identify specific users who visit a site and where they go after that. So they track the traffic, they track the movements of a user. Cookies remember what sites you visited and what you looked at while you were on those sites, and they use this information to create ads tailored to things you're interested in. For example, if I happen to look at a dress or shoes on social media, immediately wherever I go, those items would follow me like a bad dream. And until you say that already purchased that item, it will follow you everywhere. There is also email marketing, as you know. Email is very powerful as a tool for advertising. It does send coupons and deals, and nowadays you cannot buy anything without becoming their lifelong friend. They want surveys after every purchase. They want your opinion, rate your product. Amazon is notable for that. Email has the advantage of being very cheap and very direct and reaching a large number of people in a way that we actually know that works. People have choices to opt out, but sometimes they just click on it because they like the company, they like the product. Um, Usually they check a box or website, and very often you have to check something to opt out. So if you do nothing, then you're stuck. You start receiving those emails. Banner advertising is the type of online ad that spans the top of a page. It is it is very popular nowadays. Um, it includes many different forms, of quizzes, videos, animation. Um, Studies have found that banner ads have a very low click rate, though. This means that a low percentage of people actually pay attention because we become desensitized. So banner ads have an average of 0.06% CTR. Pop-ups and videos, again, you're familiar with those. Um, Classifieds and auction sites such as Craigslist, online classifieds are popular, have been able to take a large portion of the newspaper revenue. Geographic limitations are obsolete nowadays with online media. Auction sites such as eBay are popular, and so eBay continues sending you messages about their available products that they find suitable for you after you're done with your purchase. Search engine ads are incorporated in the algorithm of a search engine. Google, Bing, and Yahoo. There are different methods for these ads. Search engine marketing and search engine optimization are the ways that involve websites, their design keywords. Generally, these are unpaid ads, but they either pay the search engine upfront or by keywords. So these search engines are based on algorithms or programs to target ads to certain people based on cookies that people leave on their sites. Mobile ads, as you know, smartphones, we get a lot of advertising as well, and it's in real time, very many times. In-game advertising, familiar to those who play games. Behavioral advertising, they track behavior when you then insert a banner into your website. So basically, they register your demographic data. If you're single, if you're a frequent visitor, if you live in a certain area, and they learn about you and start sending targeted ads to you. So they continue tracking people even after you opt out and leave the site, and they follow you throughout your social media or web usage. Viral marketing is promoting a product, service, or brand online through word of mouth, usually in online discussion groups, chats, and emails. Humorous or strange video ads work best for this. It may not work for everything. Not every brand is suitable for this. Predicting that something will go viral is difficult, sometimes impossible. But one other way of marketing a service or brand is when um, you're fooled into reading a news article that seems shocking to you. And as you keep clicking, the story never ends and never reaches its point, but you keep seeing ads. Usually, those happen online or on your phone. Native advertising is the online version of the print ad. In other words, the editorial staff of the site or marketer produces ads made to appear like actual content within the publication. One form of native ad is sponsored by or promoted by tags. Many companies like the New York Times and Time Magazine or Forbes use native advertising on their sites. So, if you want to practice a little bit of discussion, you can scroll to your social media platform and count how many ads you see per minute and what are those ads about. Do you see any ads tailored to things that you've recently viewed or purchased? How are they different from people around you? Do you see any examples of any types of ads that we discussed in this chapter? And so we can talk about this in our next class. Thank you.